like that. I'm just all about being yourself. That goes back to the Kanye thing. I'm for him being who he wants to be. If you want to say all this anti-Semitic stuff, cool, bruh, cool. I don't agree with it. Everybody else around you is probably not going to agree with it. You're probably going to get dished on by the majority of the public. But
and maybe even physical altercations.
you might
he's rich enough to afford the
Yes.
security, so it may not matter at that point.
Right.
But if you were not rich doing that, then you got a lot to do with.
Again,
Bro.
so do we need to shout out Gigi Allin?
Gigi Allin was the bravest dude to ever live.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I as an American,
And he would take the ass whoopings though.
Oh yeah, he'd fight you back. And Kanye might
he got
sue
his ass
you.
beat all the time, from what I understand, and he just took it.
Yeah, man. Now, all right, bringing it back to rap. I want to ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, 2020, or this year, 2025, do you think Satanism is more symbolic in hip hop now, or do you think it was more symbolic 10, 15 years ago?
Nah. Well, what do you mean by symbolic?
Like, or more in the forefront? Like,
yeah, it definitely is.
Like
now.
right now, it's
because,
right now,
like I said, the mainstream artists when we were young were more Christian, even though they were talking about some crazy stuff. They might have been talking about offing people and whatever. They were still considering themselves Christians at heart. So the next generation comes along, they rebel against that by doing the Satanism thing. You know, they're going to be dark. Like I said before, it kind of took the progression that metal did also.
Yeah.
Where, you know, they just took it a step farther. And the next generation is going to come along and go, I can beat that. But, it's definitely more in the forefront now.
All right.
Like I said, any artist that was claiming to be satanic back in our day, back when we were kids, that is, they were going to be underground. They weren't going to make it onto the radio with that. So now you can.